Hey everybody, welcome to Private Club Radio. I'm your host, Denny Corby. Let's get it started. Welcome back to Private Club Radio. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I'm your host, Denny Corby, comedy magician, the club entertainer. If you're looking for fun entertainment for your club, a really fun experience, you call me. Go to dennycorby.com. You can check me out. Anyway, shameless plug. I am very excited about this episode because I got to go to Omaha, Nebraska. I was there going out for a corporate gig, and Sean Belial said, hey, you have to talk to Ben Lorenzen over at Champions Run. And I reached out. The experience was absolutely amazing. So what you're going to be hearing, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch it there if you'd like. But they set up their studio for me, and we just had a great talk. So many good laughs, and the experience there that I just had with Ben and Rachel just shows you, and you'll hear how amazing their club is. They have something truly unbelievable going on at their club. The engagement and the families, it is such a cool I am borderline speechless because they are just absolutely killing it in my point of view. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight to the episode. This is me and Ben Lorenzen from Champions Run. I don't even know this. I think I was just so surprised at how nice it was and the welcoming coming in. I was like, oh,
there were zero people here.
Well, that, and then B, I've never had someone just be like, wear what you want.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
We are very casual, I would say, at Champions.
It wasn't even so much, it was just you turned the corner in yellow shorts. Just.
And that's kind of the vibe we've always gone for. We used to be that club that was like, oh, you have to wear like your golf attire, no hats in the restaurant. And like, we were like that. And then it was, I don't know, we had this like, I don't want to call it a come to Jesus moment, but it was like do we really want to be that? Like, where you're having to go up to people and be like, hey, take your hat off in the restaurant, even though like people wear hats, right? And so we just kind of like, I would say it was probably 5 years ago, we just changed that whole thing. We're just like, our dress code's going to become more lax. Like, people are coming from soccer games. They want to be able to just like come here. And the other like piece of it too is like, you have these people who are like running these huge tech companies who like, they dress so casual at work, and they're running these billion-dollar companies. They expect their club to be the same way. We're like, what do you mean I have to wear a suit and jacket when I come for lunch? Like, no. And so we just kind of like, I don't know, we just changed the whole vibe of it.
Now, is this a member owned? Is this a what
no?
Type of
So
club is this?
it was a member owned. It's a developer owned club now. So I don't know. Some people like, I guess, don't give us as much like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't take us as seriously because like, oh, well, you're not a member owned club, so you know, we're different in that sense that, you know, we have more rules and regulations. And yeah, that's true. But we also have, you know, we have a board of directors who, at the end of the day, you know, the developers, the owners are going to have that final say. But our board of directors is very involved, and they still have a say. And it's not like we don't have committees and things like that. So like, we still are taking in our members' opinions and stuff. But ultimately, yeah, we're developer owned.
No, that's still interesting. What was the member response like? Because you've been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
So what was the member response? Did you lose like what was that time like?
I think
So I forgot we're on camera now. So I'm
yeah.
like, hey.
I mean, like, for us, like, it was kind of like, this is the direction we're going to go. Do you want to be on the bus or do you not want to be on the bus? And like, there were people we lost. Like, they were like, we need to be a traditional country club. And it's like, well, that's not what we're going to be. That's just not who we are. And so we did lose people, but now it's like, you ain't got the people on the bus who want to be on the bus, and the other people just, they're gone.
Well, I think it's a little hard to like fight the balance. Like, we're a traditional, but it's like Burlington Coat Factory is like right there at like iView.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Martha.
We need all those trees to grow in so you can't see all the street traffic. But no, that's just who we are. And that's kind of always been our vibe of, this is who we are, this is who we want to be, and we want to be more fun, more casual. Now, there's still going to be like rooms that are like, you're going to get that more formal experience. But for the most part, I would say like 80% of our club is pretty like cash. Sometimes we get a little in trouble for it, but you know, there are times we just, you know, flirt the line a little bit.
Has that helped? So I'm trying to wrap my head around everything now. did you have a wait list? Like, how has things progressed in your favor since doing this whole change? This is like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like shorts and a cloak. Like this is, there's some members spinning in their urns right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Cannot believe it.
I think like when we started, like, or this is just my perception too, like country clubs are always had this like mantra, like they were for old people. And like, you know, I always describe it as like, I always thought like, and I personally thought this, and I know it offends some people, but like, I thought like country clubs like were a place like my grandparents went, and that's where like people went to live out their final days before they passed away. It's like, well, you know, I'm retired now. I'm going to join the club so I can just live out my last 15, 20 years of my life. And then when I got into this industry, I was like, oh boy, okay, it's way more than that. So I thought then it just became like, you see it as more family centric and more fun and everything. But as far as like the wait list and stuff like that goes, I think our style of just how we are as a club, that's made people want to be here. Obviously, COVID made golf in general just super at a high demand. And so everyone was benefiting off, you know, COVID, unfortunately. Like, I mean, like the industry of golf was just huge, right? And we all grew. Every club, if you weren't growing as a golf course or a country club in COVID, like you were probably doing something wrong, unfortunately. And so, but now it's kind of leveling off, I think, and you're seeing people, those wait lists start to go away. I think people are starting to fight for those members because things are coming back. And so I think now is more important than ever as far as like being creative and figuring out like your identity and your culture and making sure your members stay, right? Because we all benefit and we all thought we were doing some great thing. Like, oh, we're kicking butt, right? And it's like, no, actually there was just a pandemic and golf was the only thing deemed safe. And I do some stuff and I work with Steve Graves from Creative Golf Marketing all the time. He's like, and he's always like, yep, our business is coming back, right? Clubs are needing members again because we were in this like this time where it was just so weird where everyone was on wait lists and stuff. Now it's not that way anymore. And he's got a great indication of like where it is and how like the industry is right now. So long-winded answer.
No, yeah. And your favorite color was what?
Orange all day. You can always know that. I'm always rocking orange, right, Rachel?
Or is it?
Yeah.
Well, they're orange shorts. They're not yellow.
You know,
okay.
it's kind of one of those things like, are the sneakers blue or are they, what was that like little meme that was out? You know what I'm saying?
Dress. Was it gray or blue?
Yeah, gray or blue. And like it started a war amongst people. Like, no, it's blue.
And that was pre-pandemic too. That would have happened during. There would have been a whole Netflix series.
Oh my gosh.
It would have been ridiculous. So how long have you been at this club for?
10 years.
Oh, now.
Yeah. Long time.
Wow. Yeah. Actually, it's almost like 5 pre-pandemic, 5 during-ish.
Yeah, it really is. It's so crazy. I mean, you think like we're almost 3 years past like March 2020, and it's wild to think about and where we've come in the last 3 years and how things have changed. And for us, like going back to COVID, like COVID was an interesting time for us. It like really allowed us to be super creative, which I don't think you get that you'll never get an opportunity to be that creative ever again.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, my background is in stand-up magic, comedy, all that stuff. So our thing is always limitations force creativity.
Yeah.
So everyone had to really step it up because there were so many limitations. Now it's like, okay.
Exactly.
Everything's back open. You know, I heard.
Yeah. So first time in Omaha.
First time Omaha. I'm doing a show tomorrow for the University of Tennessee.
Whoa, that was loud.
Listen, we know you like T-Swizzle, but
University of Tennessee?
But it's for it's the University of Tennessee Healthy Schools Initiative program. That was a program put on. It was a 5-year program through the CDC funded it. It was 16 states. It was this whole thing. And this is like their wrap up.
And that brings you to Nebraska.
So they were like, hey, listen, we are going to be throwing an event. And they told me all about it. So I was like, okay, so you're going to bring me in for this government evening where, because it's government related, there's going to be no alcohol supplied, served, or nearby. It's going to be a buffet. And to top it off, it's going to be black tie. And you're going to add magic to the end of all these people.
At least you don't have to do comedy. I feel like the comedy would be harder to do with people not letting loose as much.
Oh no, I to me like that, like the humor in just the event alone
Yeah.
is like who at the end was like, how can we make this a little bit more difficult? Let's do black tie. You know what? It's hard enough for people to put on a suit. Let's do black tie sober.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's going to be a good time though.
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited. It's going to be, no, it's a great town. Just flew in.
Yeah.
Nice airport. It reminds me of my airport. Nice and small. You're in, you're out.
You don't have to worry about TSA lines or anything like that. You just fly right through, which is pretty epic.
How many members do you guys have here?
So we have 550 golf member families and then start over. 450 golf families and then 550 social families. So all in like a couple thousand, 4,000, maybe 4,000, 5,000 people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And are most of them local?
Yeah, I'd say like 90, 95% are. We have some non-resident, I say, but yeah, most of them are local. So
What's been some of the bigger accomplishments that you've been proud of here?
That's a tough question. I think how we handled COVID was just our team in general, how like we responded. It was, I mean, I don't want to say we were the first, but I feel like we were the first to really go with like the to-go food, the ordering, all that stuff. Like March 21st. Like we already had a to-go menu with online ordering. Like we didn't rely on like our North Star application to do it for us. We're like, we have to build something right now. And so like we started really, really early into COVID with a lot of our takeout and our virtual stuff. And the way our team responded to that was just amazing. Like hearing like kegs moving. That I would say very like proud. And then just like our aquatics operation, our team here at Champions, we just have a good squad. But and then the idea fair. So have you been to the CMA? I love the idea fair. I just like, it was like when I started in this industry like 9-10 years ago, like, and I was first exposed to CMA, I was like, I want to win every category in the CMA idea fair. Even though it's like not like, I mean, it's cool, but like, I'm like, I just want to win every category. And so we've knocked out a good chunk of the categories. And I hope that we kind of wrap it full circle and get it. It's a weird goal of mine, but yeah.
I really hope there's like one club listening or one like club professional who's going to go figure out which ones you have, which ones you don't have, and then fight you on the ones that you don't have.
I know.
Like, oh, you need 2 more?
We need to look at the list and see like which ones we're still missing. But yeah, and so it's always a fun thing. It's always fun because you're like, I should have won that one. How do we win this one, but not this one? And it's like, but no, it's kind of like a fun thing that, you know, we look forward to every year. And I think that's one of my favorite things about like World Conference in general is just the idea fair, because it's not just what we submit, but it's like all the clubs. Like you're seeing the best club ideas like in the industry, and it's fun to like see what people are doing and like, hey, how can I steal that and make it better or like make it our way or our version? So
going back a little bit, because I like the model a little, you know, the casualness.
Mm-hmm.
What have been some of the, this is going to be a horrible question.
No question's a bad question.
There's not dumb questions, only dumb people.
I like that one.
A teacher told me that once and I went home, but I was so happy.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was like, I have a dumb question. Like, there's no dumb questions, just dumb people. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. And I went home and like told my mom. I was like, I'm off to a good start.
I love that.
But I was so oblivious. Like, I didn't even realize it was like a backhanded comment. No, but like, you know, it sounds like there's a pattern of taking some changes here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that, how is your leadership like? Because normally it boils down from there. Like it has to like trickle. Like,
go from the top.
Because even if the top is, you know, amazing, but if the next level down isn't fully in.
Yeah.
So you must have great leadership here.
Yeah. So Andy Reitz, our general manager and CEO, he started here probably 6-7 years ago. So a little bit after I started. And I mean, our philosophy has always been like, if you want to hit the ball, like you have to swing the bat. So like a good baseball analogy. And so like, there's going to be times where we screw up and we swing and a miss, you know, but there's other times where it's like, we're willing to risk failure, like for something good to happen. And so there's been like plenty of screw ups like we've had and I've had personally where he's like, well, you know, you swung the bat and you missed. Right. And so that's always kind of been the philosophy that we've had, and it's paid off for us. But yeah, he's a great leader.
how many times have you been hit by a pitch?
As in, like, I screwed up bad?
Actually, no, it can't be. If you walked into it, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've screwed up like multiple times, right? Like people see like the fun stuff that we promote, like, look at this good stuff, like, and it's like cool. But what they don't see is like all the failures that go with it too. No one ever like showcases their failures that much. Like we've had plenty of them. And so, I'll show you the splash park later on, but like people ask like, what was like your biggest mistake? And for whatever reason, I had to pick the colors of our splash park and sign off on it. Like it's like paint. Like I do not want to pick the paint colors. When my wife wants to paint something, I'm like, great, go choose it. Like we had to pick deck stain last night. I'm like, I don't want to decide. Like you just pick and I'll be happy with it. So I had to sign off on the splash park colors, and basically everything that you see on our splash park that's blue showed up gray. Like basically like those chairs over there, like gray as I'm like, or actually, no, that one's better. That one, like the little hutch thing right there, that's a better gray. And I was like, that is not the color I signed off. I like picked blue. And they're like, no, you signed off on pigeon blue, which is really gray. And it was a $30,000 mistake. I was like, oh boy.
That's a lot of paint.
It is a lot of paint. They had to send every water slide back to remake the water slide. Like water slides in plural, like 3 of them.
I wish you could have had video of the kids' faces as it was just leaving.
Yeah. I mean, when they showed up, I'm like, that's not what I picked. And they're like, yes, you did. And we got in this big argument. I was like, and I'll have to show you the color swatch because it is a screwed up like color swatch. I'm like, that is not, no. And we agreed to disagree, but they gave us a little discount because I think they admitted to some fault too. I was like, who in their right mind would pick that color? Like, no one would pick that color.
Who's mixing this?
Who is mixing this color? Like, no. And like, you'll see all of our pool chairs are blue as blue. I'm like, wouldn't you think that the splash park would just match the blue? And no, not the case.
So, first world country problems. Do you believe this? The blues?
The blues? Yeah, but that is an example of a swing and a miss. Really bad.
Oh, no, I was just trying to see how you would respond to that question. If you're a batter getting hit, no.
Yeah.
How many people work here?
In season, I'd say we have about 250. Yeah. Starting orientations today, actually. And then summertime's our busy month for, like all the clubs, I'd say above like the United States equator line. Like we're, it's our season. And then, I think all the South, like the Florida and the Arizona clubs all kind of go on their like, slow wins. So we're about to get in season. So about 250 employees. And then I'd say like out of season, we're at like 50 to 60. Yeah. So a good chunk.
Still solid.
Yeah. It's a good group of people. And I think the biggest thing with our team and our staff is like the years they've been here, their tenure, like, a lot of people have been here 20 plus years and it shows.
So they've also like watched the families grow up.
Yeah.
It really creates a nice.
That's literally probably, I would say, like the best part about the club industry too, is that exact concept is like being able to watch people grow up. And like you see these kids from like the time they're like born almost until like you're doing their graduation parties or doing their weddings. And then unfortunately, like celebrations of lives too, but you get to experience like the highs and the lows, which is cool.
Yeah.
So.
Must be fun watching someone grow up. Like, you turned out a lot better than I thought.
You do. Oh, I know. You do see some people where you're like, come on. And then they get better as they get older and you're like, all right, we're cool now. We're cool now. But I mean, you also I like to use it as like an opportunity to like sometimes teach life lessons to like the kids too. Like when they screw up, I mean, we make sure they know like, hey, it's good that you're screwing up at your country club because like, if you screwed up like in the public, like you would be getting into a lot more trouble, right? So, being able to kind of teach some life lessons there too.
What do you guys have for activities in the summer for going on here?
We pretty much do like any kind of camp you can imagine. So photography camp, like movie camp, mermaid camp, Navy SEALs camp. Like there is literally a camp for everything. And we have our staff run them. It's really cool. And so like, we don't focus just on golf, swim, and tennis. It's like, hey, what's all the auxiliary stuff that we do as well? And so, because people are interested in things beyond those 3, like what we would call country club sports. And so those are kind of the fun activities we do. And then when you see our pool, like you'll see like it's the place everyone wants to be.
Because the colors are so much better.
The colors are so much better now. They're not pigeon blue.
I'm going to paint something in my house now, pigeon blue.
Dude. It is literally that gray right there. Or, yeah, it's so bad.
Oh, no. At some point, you will get a message from me in a picture. It's going to be something in my house.
It's bad.
Painted pigeon blue.
It's bad. They shouldn't even have that as a color.
I've never seen a pigeon that color before. For those of you listening, it is quite the color of gray.
It is bad. So I'll have to send you the picture of like the water slide showing up and being like, not good.
So what's next for the club here? What's got you got?
So we just did our pro shop downstairs. We did our whole main level in 2020. So when COVID happened, we're like, well, let's just renovate the entire main level. Which was also scary because no one knew like what the outcome of COVID was going to be. But it was like, all right, let's use it as an opportunity to do a renovation if, no one's coming here anyways. So did that in 2020. Just finished the pro shop. Actually, I'd say it's like 90% done. It's not all the way done. And then hopefully, don't hold me to this, but hopefully it'll be something with our like tennis complex. Hopefully.
There's so much leftover pigeon gray.
Yes, there's
pigeon blue that they need to.
We're doing a little golf course, a little renovation too right now, so that's taking priority. And so hopefully after that, our tennis courts are just old. They were built on asphalt, which if anyone's listening, like tennis courts that were built on asphalt like 20 years ago was done to save money. And after 20 years, it all starts moving and making like a lava field, and they should have been built on concrete. But they were trying to save money back in the day.
Any like cool, like long-term projects you guys are, I don't know why I pointed that way.
If we're going to go expand and buy Burlington Coat Factory, Home Goods. No, I don't know. I would personally, like, I don't know, but like I would love like an ice program. I love like the Chevy Chase Club and some of the clubs up north that have like ice interlock and like big ice programs. Like I play hockey, and so like that's a passion of mine, and I would like to maybe have that available. Now we have a little ice rink that we fill up with water and just hope for the best, but like getting actual refrigerated ice would be sweet.
What is a program like that run?
Probably a lot of money. I mean, like there's clubs like Carriage Club in Kansas City has like Zambonis, like I feel like 2 Zambonis or something. Yeah. Same with like some of the clubs up north. And so, I mean, the cost of a Zamboni's got to be like 30, 40 grand. I would maybe more. And then like the refrigeration piece of it. And so probably a lot of money.
I want a Zamboni now.
It would be, that would be a dream of mine, would be just to be the Zamboni guy at Champions Run, just doing laps.
Hey, it's Ben. We get the Zamboni guy.
The Zamboni guy.
I don't know why, but I like this kind of elevated area right here because I feel like if you get like a t-shirt gun, you can just pick people off.
Oh yeah. When you see the pool, like that's where we like the t-shirt cannon is. We have one. Like it's epic. Oh, did you not know we had a t-shirt?
No.
Oh man. Well, if you want to fire it, we can shoot it later too. It's pretty fun. We'll go up on the roof and shoot some shirts.
Do not even tempt me. Do not even tempt me.
Rachel, it's in the lifeguard room, right?
Why is it out there? Okay,
We've never actually done it at the main. So we get on the roof of our fitness. We get on the roof of our fitness center. We'll take our mascots up there. Sometimes we'll take some kids up there and like everyone. So we've. Sounds bad, but yeah, it's super shady. Mascot kids, but we've kind of trained. I would say we trained our members. So like it's all based on music. So when you hear a song, you know something's happening at Champions Run. And so like there's key songs that we play for certain, what we call like rad promos. So Radical, Amped, and Dangerous. That's our promo schedule. And so like we'll play a song. And so like the one that we do our t-shirt cannon for is Mr. Brightside by The Killer. So when you hear that song, everyone starts like their eyes will shift up to the roof because they know that's where we're at. And then we just start firing off shirts, and we attach like money to them. And like, so people are like, yeah, hot dogs. We'll like load like 3 hot dogs in the cannon and just blast. And it's funny because like the hot dogs will fly out of the wrappers and people will still grab them and like start smashing them and stuff. Those are the best. We call it the Crackin' Cannon. It's pretty good. So Everyone loves it. And it's got some firepower too. It's wild. So we'll let you shoot it when we get out there.
I'm speechless right now. I am so excited.
Oh yeah. We probably need to do it out like in the courtyard for like a golf event or something. I guess we've never really like, it's just that like small proximity. It always has the most people. So it's just like, you're like aiming it this way and everyone cheers over there. And then you aim it that way and everyone's like, ah. You have like adults jumping over little kids like to get their shirt and it won't even be their size. And they're like, darn it.
I was just talking to a friend of mine about how excited people get for a free t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you watch Parks and Rec?
Oh yeah.
I forget. I think it was Leslie's campaign or something.
Uh-huh.
And Ben and Aziz were talking about something and they're like, who wants a blue shirt? And everyone went like berserk. But it's so true. You give away a shirt, people go absolutely bonkers.
We do this, we call it the half court shot. And so like, kind of like you'd see at a basketball game where someone can like win free tuition, like, or something like that, or a car or whatever. We do it at the pool. And so we play, people know we do this when we play, what is it, Rachel? Pitbull, Fireball, Fireball. And so when we play that song, we have one person shoot a half court shot and they get the duration of a song. So they have like 4 minutes to basically make a basket. And if they make it, they win free like popsicles for every kid at the pool. And then they win free margaritas for all the adults at the pool. And so sometimes there's like 200-300 adults out there. And they're
taking bets on the kids. Yo, he's going to join the first minute.
Yeah. And so like, it's like everyone wins, right? And so like, it's crazy the pandemonium it causes. So when someone makes the half court shot, I've seen people who like, these people make like $2 million a year. Like they are CEOs of like high level companies. They jump out of the pool and like run to the bar to get their free like margarita, their 9-ounce margarita. And it's so funny to watch. But people, it goes back to what you said, like people love free stuff. And so we always try to do promos like that, just like that, where everyone's engaged, everyone wins, and like everyone has their phones. Let's go.
It's got to be so good for the club here, for promotion.
Yeah.
That's what's such a good idea. The songs, that's great. That's so good. Wow.
It's like we've always had the belief, like Rachel and I, where it's like people come to your pool to be entertained, opposed to like they don't just come to like go like lounge in the water, or they just like, you know, to get great food and beverage service. Like, yeah, those are just givens, right? Like we're all supposed to have like just standard amenities, but it's like the people and the staff that make it what it is. And for us, like it's our promos. It's like the stuff we do, like to keep people entertained. It keeps them there longer. It keeps them spending money, and it keeps them coming back more, like more. And so anything like we do, it's like, hey, is this going to keep people at our club longer? And so we have a whole laundry list of like promos that we do, and some have flopped, some have been bad, but some are just like, I can't believe how awesome this is right now.
At least you tried.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fear of failure is ridiculous. It's sometimes stronger than the fear of success.
Yeah, we tried to do this one where like we played the Lion King song. That one was a flop. Like we want people.
Because you were dropping babies.
Well, yeah. We thought more people would hold their babies up, and we're like, free beers for anyone who holds their baby up, and like one person did it. I'm like, that was a bust, but
not really, because that one person had a fantastic time.
Yeah, they got they're like, sweet, my kid got me a drink, you know. But it's one that we. What? Oh yeah, somebody else like, give me that baby.
I had to see how big the pool is. I wonder if you can get like a remote controlled boat and like boat drinks out to people.
That is a good idea.
What did I see?
That is really good.
What did
you know what I'm talking about? That's a good idea right there. Okay, go ahead.
Genius.
And it's cool because like that goes back to that entertainment value, right? Whether they do it consistently, it's more of, hey, look how much fun our club's having. And I think that's such a huge like understated thing in this industry. It's like, you know, whether you do the drone drops once or twice or 3 times, or maybe you do them every week, like it just shows that entertainment value to your members. Like, look at the cool stuff my club's doing. And so, you know, we have members who've never experienced a single thing we've done out at the pool. Like they've never even been to the pool, and they don't even know the stuff we're doing exists. And when they do come out there, they're like, what is going on out here? This is a circus. And it's kind of one of those things like, entertain always, you know, it's a line from the Savannah Bananas, like always entertain, right? And that's kind of like what we're trying to do with our members too. Keep them happy.
I think a really funny commercial. You have like the family show up and they have like the the suntan lotion on the nose. They're like floaties, and they walk up, and you guys just like having a blast out there, and they're like, what is
happening? We want to do one with our general manager where he's a secret shopper. So we're going to like dress him up and then mic him up and like put a wig on him. And he's just going to go like walk around and like just make obnoxious requests from our food and beverage team early on in the season. This is one we got to do go pretty soon because they might not even know who he is, some of the new food and beverage servers. So we're going to doctor him up, you know, with the sunscreen nose and have him just like make some funny requests and get like a big telescope lens and just record the whole thing. It's going to be awesome.
If you want some help, let me know.
Yeah, you got to move up to Omaha.
So I do like the magic and comedy show. It's my pretty much like private clubs. The other half, like the bite business, is like corporate events. So it's what I'm out down here doing.
Yep.
But some of my corporate events, like clients, they don't hire me to be Denny Corby magician. Sometimes I'm just Phil from marketing or whatever. So I've also just gone in like covert and did like undercover videos. Like one that was for a furniture store. They had a couple locations that had to be like a really bad customer.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just the most annoying, and I was trying to be like very uncomfortable. And then
were they recording the whole thing too?
Oh yeah, I had glasses on.
Oh,
I had
awesome.
like friends in the store, and then went to another place where I was a fake hire.
Oh, nice.
So it was,
we should do that one too, Rachel. A fake hire.
It was so much fun. Like, cause I showed up like an hour late.
Yeah.
Like I had this whole thing. The most mismatched, disgusting like dude with like pant thing. And then I kept like, going to the bathroom. Like I was like, oh, I gotta go. I was go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes.
We should literally do that with somebody. I don't know if it should be food and beverage or lifeguard or fitness, but man, that could be really funny.
Oh, it is so much fun. And then I complained about like my stomach hurting. I ordered like a giant like Pizza Hut pizza and like wings. And they're like, who's like, it showed up. They're like, who's this? I came out of the bathroom. Like, oh, it's mine.
Yeah, we should definitely do something like that. But that's one of those things I love about it. Like I said, is just like you see someone who does something. It's like, hey, how can I put that in and implement it at my club and make it sweet, right? So,
well, to me, it's even like I think it all goes down to like your culture and stuff too. But to me, you know, my brain always goes like really crazy ideas. Like, why not do it to like the members?
Yeah,
meaning like put like a camera or two, like and members who can like, kind of take it a little.
That's
bit.
the biggest
but just
thing.
Have like just hire someone to be like a really clumsy waiter once, or just like I don't know,
just wipe out,
or have like funny stuff happen. That's I don't like just to like capture that like impractical jokery.
We did a funny one once. Like it was a promo to like show our pool was opening. We brought one of our lifeguard towers like in the restaurant, and like Spike, who he's around here somewhere, like he was in a full like lifeguard outfit. And he was just like blowing his like whistle at the members, like. No drinking. It was pretty good. Was that last year, Rachel, or was that 2 years ago? Last year. Yeah, that was a funny one. But yeah.
What's one thing you guys did that you thought was going to be the bee's knees? It was going to be the best, but was just the biggest. Like no one showed. Yeah, it was just one of those. It just did not go over well. Because I'm sure we all have those. We're like, you know, we're pumped. You get everyone hyped, and it's just like, why didn't?
I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to think of like, I can remember one from a few years ago. This was before COVID. It was called Bowls, Brews, and Barbecue. And it was like, supposed to be like this Western theme. Like we had a really sweet country band. We got the mechanical bull and like great food. And like, just like literally like, I think we had 20 people sign up. And it was a great experience for those 20 people. But like, I don't think it was like our members weren't excited about it. There was a lot of like school, like, activities that night. We have a big school that's like right down the street, and so like we put a lot of money into it and it just flopped. What glow in the dark pickleball, that was a cool event, but
I feel like that's dangerous in general. Let's just make it darker.
And then so that was okay. We wanted more people to come to that one. And then the third one was our kids' Easter last year. We're doing it rain or shine. Like we've been fortunate. We're like the last like 5 years, it's been beautiful outside. And then like kids' Easter rolls around, and it's like 25 degrees. It's snowing. We have the entire clubhouse set for Easter brunch the following day. And we're like, we're still going to do it outside. And we're trying to make pancakes when it's 25 degrees out. And it was miserable, just like absolutely miserable.
So, you know, it's one of those there's so much business out there, and B, clubs are so specific that I feel like people shouldn't see it as competition because it's like it's a vibe you're attracting almost.
Correct.
So you don't want everybody.
Exactly.
And if someone doesn't want to be here, it's like, all right, like good.
we people know like we are a fun club, and we're very like transparent when someone's joining. Like if they don't have kids, like, and they're looking for like a pool where they can go and just there's not music, it's just quiet, and there's 50 open chairs. Like that's not here. Like this is a zoo, and it's crazy, and we're very transparent when we're doing membership tours. Like, this might not be the place for you. Like, come out here on a June 5th day and just see like how insane this place is. It's crazy.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And then, so I would assume it's crazy because you have the camps going on. So maybe like the parents might hang out here too. And there's just a lot
it's close. Most people live within a 3-mile radius of the club. We have a big school pretty close to us, and ultimately it's just like a place you can spend like your entire day at. And so, kids can get dropped off and have stuff going on all day, parents. And then we really structure it where they can do like swim, then tennis, then golf, and like they can do all the sports where it's like they don't really like conflict with each other. It's
That's
just,
good.
so but good vibe.
Yeah. No, this has been good. I think we
Yeah.
should probably
Get
it's
the
like an
tour.
hour.
Yeah. How long do you usually make these things go?
I just talk until it goes, and because you can just edit it, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those like my show. Like it's like
you can do whatever you want.
whatever
I appreciate your time and
No,
coming
this is
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for allowing me. I would have just been sitting in my hotel room. Wow,
Yeah.
what is this?
Now you've probably seen Champions through like pictures and videos
Yeah.
and stuff. So actually getting to kind of look at it, and I wish you could come on like a summer day, like in June or July when it's just pandemonium. But you'll have to come back.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think I got that thing.
Yeah, I got that thing. I
got that
can't
thing.
make it.
I got that.
Yeah, we put you on the roof in a costume and you fire off the cannon.
I've done a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah.
So
And people look at you like when that happens, like people look at you like you're the hero. Like you are like Batman when you're firing that t-shirt cannon. You're like, yes, sure.
I think it's one of those when you hold it, it has to be hard not to go like, you have to like shoot up.
You do, because like, I mean, it's got some force. Like it could probably knock someone unconscious.
There was a magic trick I was trying to work on that used like t-shirt guns, but it never went anywhere. But I have a folder of like
you could shoot out vegetables
of t-shirt gun like research. They sell t-shirt gun turrets.
No,
So
I
imagine it's
actually have seen
So
those.
it's like
yeah.
15, so he's like, it's like
That
a
is
Tommy gun.
That's the dream right there. Unfortunately, you'd be going through so much product and shirts. Like we go through so many shirts. Like we start packing up like shirts we just find in the like Goodwill, like or in the Lost and Found. Rubber band them up and let's shoot them out. It's like, like it's a shirt. Or like 1994, like Super Bowl. Like where'd this come from?
Phil, that looks like yours. We couldn't find it.
I grabbed a pullover the other day from our Lost and Found, and I got like 5 comments that day. They're like, "That's a really nice pullover." And I was like, "Man, I just found it."
Cardigan,
Like,
thanks for asking.
thank you. But I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, I hope like I didn't take this from somebody who would like recognize me. Like, that's a very specific golf club. How'd you find that pullover? And I was like, I don't even know where this is.
Do you watch Bob's Burgers?
Oh,
okay.
What-
Do you watch Bob's Burgers? Remember the one where Bob took the suit from the dead guy from Morton next door? So a guy got Bob's Burgers is a adult cartoon,
Oh, okay.
and next door to the burger place is a
Crematory or whatever.
a
Funeral.
morgue.
Yeah, morgue. Yeah.
And the guy got cremated, but his suit was there. So he gave it to Bob, and Bob is like wearing it all day. And he's like, he gets out of like a ticket, like everything's going well for him. And just as like the episode's ending, he's like next to this cop. He's like, "That's a nice suit. It looks just like my dad's." He's like, "Oh no, it's mine." He's like, "Oh, I think it's my dad's."
Oh no.
He opens it up. He's like, "Look, it's just his name. We just buried him." Like it was this. So it just cuts to him just on like the pier, just in underwear.
That's pretty good. That's good.
But speaking of t-shirt guns, they make attachments where you can shoot like ball pit balls.
Oh.
So you get like custom ball pit balls.
Yeah.
So for sporting and stuff events, they use those. They're not always t-shirts.
That would be fun. I wonder if we could do like tennis balls and like rifle.
Probably
like,
not.
No?
They
could kill somebody.
Balls, oh my. Yo, Champion's running out of here. That's what you got to be to not get hit.
When I first started at Champions, like there were signs posted everywhere that said no tennis balls at the pool. And I'm just like, geez Louise. Like, and then like, sure enough, like week 1, like kids were just hucking them in the pool, just hitting old ladies in the face. I'm like, all right, no tennis balls allowed. every sign, I guess, has a purpose. So that was one. But pretty good. Pretty good. Well, this is probably my most fun podcast I've done yet, Rachel. We've had some good ones too, but this has been pretty fun.
No, this is. I think I might come back next week. We'll do another
we'll just
episode.
do a repeating.
Hope you all enjoyed that. Loved chatting and hanging out with Ben and everybody at Champions Run. I got to shoot t-shirt cannon. That's absolutely amazing. I'll put a picture online as well. You can see how much fun we had. He put on the mascot costume. We were out in front of the newly painted, repainted water park. But it is so amazing, and love seeing clubs doing things like this and killing it in their communities and making the experiences for their families absolutely wonderful. So that was it. I'll put all the links to Champions Run as well as Ben's LinkedIn and things below. Until next time, catch you on the flippity flip.